You will soon forget those gas vehicles because electric just got a major adrenaline shot. Hyundai ripped the curtain off the Ioniq 5N eN1, a race car built for the electric era. Yes, we're talking about a stripped-down, track-scorching monster with a performance that'll leave you breathless. But what is it all about? And can it truly compete with the raw power of gasoline? Let's get into the complete details of Hyundai's Ioniq 5N eN1 race car and its potential to redefine racing. Hyundai Motor Company just revealed a pumped-up version of their Ioniq 5N performance EV called the Ioniq 5N eN1. This beast of an electric race car is built specifically for professional drivers, and yes, it still roars like a fighter jet, just like the regular Ioniq 5N. Hyundai's N and N-line performance brands are fairly new but already charging ahead into an electric future. It all started with the Ioniq 5N, the first electric car to sport the N performance badge, and let me tell you, Hyundai has kept us on the edge of our seats with teaser videos and sneak peeks throughout 2023. They've been pulling out all the stops, from secret runs at the Nürburgring to a show-stopping debut at last year's Goodwood Festival of Speed. Until November 2023, the Ioniq 5N had its grand entrance into the North American market, with a starting price hovering around $66,000, as disclosed last month. Although the Ioniq 5N offers enhanced performance compared to Hyundai's standard Ioniq model, it's important to note that it remains street legal and accessible to consumers. However, potential dealer markups may apply. Now, Hyundai N is taking things up a notch with their latest iteration of the Ioniq 5. This upgraded version is exclusively designed as a race-only cup car catering to professional drivers. Yes, Hyundai just pulled the wraps off their brand new Ioniq 5N eN1, revealing all the juicy details about its performance specs and some stunning images and a video. And you know what's even cooler? This live unveiling happened during the official practice round for the upcoming Hyundai N Festival, adding an extra layer of excitement to the event, which kicks off its first race round on April 27th. So, what's the scoop on this new eN1? Well, Hyundai explained that it shares the same power electronic system as the Ioniq 5N. It packs more power and battery capacity than the regular Ioniq 5 EV you see zipping around. But the Ioniq 5N eN1 Cup isn't just your average ride. It's been souped up with circuit racing in mind. They've given it a fresh body kit specifically redesigned to boost handling, amp up downforce, and dial in those aerodynamics for maximum performance on the track. They say they went all out to shed those extra pounds, ditching unnecessary components left and right to make it lighter and faster. Out went the non-essentials, and in came the forged wheels with slick tires, a fancy FRP hood, and sleek polycarbonate windows. They're not messing around when it comes to performance. June Park, the head of the N brand management group, revealed Hyundai's big vision for the eN1 class. They're not just aiming to dominate the track, they want to lead the charge in EV motorsport worldwide. It's all about nurturing Korea's vibrant motorsport scene while making waves on a global scale. Now, you might be wondering, what about the iconic features that make the Ioniq 5N stand out? Well, fear not. Hyundai kept the virtual shift and NOS Plus in active sound intact, giving racing teams the freedom to customize their EV's sounds. Because let's be real, who doesn't love the roar of a powerful engine tearing up the track? But Ioniq 5 eN1 isn't your everyday ride. No, it's strictly for the pros. Sorry, you won't be cruising down the street in this super vehicle or loading it up with groceries. The eN1 class is about hitting the track and leaving the competition in the dust. It's a race-only vehicle designed for professional athletes who live and breathe motorsport. And let's not forget what the E in eN1 stands for: electrification. Hyundai is doubling its commitment to sustainable racing, leading the charge towards a greener future for motorsport. So, Hyundai is gearing up to put their new Ioniq 5N eN1 Cup car through its paces during the proto stage of the upcoming N Festival season. It means they'll be testing it and improving to ensure it's race ready for the big event. The eN1 class will kick things off with an official practice session during the festival's opening round. Then things will heat up with 10 races in the 5th round. These races will include a mix of one-on-one knockout and traditional sprint races, allowing drivers to showcase their skills on the track. But it's not just about the thrill of the race. Hyundai is also using this opportunity to experiment with different EV racing methods, making the way for more sustainable competitions in the future. Let's get into some of its out-of-box specs now. Hyundai didn't just tweak a few things here and there. They gave the Ioniq 5N eN1 a complete makeover. The revamped front end sports a beefy lip, eye-catching dive planes, and a functional bumper ready to take on the track. And let's not forget those over fenders that add a touch of aggression to the car's appearance. And the massive rear wing is practically begging to dominate the racetrack. Let's talk about weight loss, the kind that would make any gym buff jealous. While the regular Ioniq 5N weighs over 4,900 pounds, Hyundai trimmed down the eN1 Cup Car to a sleeker 4,350 pounds. How'd they do it? Well, it's simple. They eliminated all the unnecessary baggage. Out went the hefty 21-inch wheels replaced with lightweight 18-inch forged ones wrapped in sticky Motorsport slicks. The standard glass window? Say hello to their lighter polycarbonate counterparts. And as for the hood, it got a makeover too, with a fiberglass reinforced plastic version taking its place. But Hyundai didn't stop there. They're not just looking to make the eN1 Cup Car lighter, they want to make it faster. That's why they've equipped it with the same power electronic system as the regular Ioniq 5N. It's got more juice and battery capacity than your average electric vehicle, making it a force to be reckoned with on the track. And with a redesigned body kit to improve handling and aerodynamics, this beast is ready to tear up the asphalt. Inside, the eN1 takes a more minimalist approach. Hyundai stripped away all the unnecessary bells and whistles, leaving behind a stripped-down interior that's all business. Out go the regular seats, replaced by a single bucket seat for the driver because, let's face it, this car is meant for one thing only: tearing up the track. But don't worry about safety, Hyundai's got you covered. Each eN1 has an FIA-compliant roll cage and fire extinguishers to keep you safe while pushing the limits. But let's get to the good stuff. What's under the hood? Well, the powertrain remains unchanged from the regular Ioniq 5N. It means you still get those dual motors churning out a whopping 641 horsepower, just like on the road-going version. And let's not forget about the battery. The eN1 inherits the same 84.0 kilowatt hours of usable energy, giving it plenty of juice to power through those laps. Plus, with a quick charging capability that can take it from 10 to 80% in just 18 minutes, you'll spend less time charging and more time racing. Now, let's talk performance. While Hyundai hasn't released the official figures yet, we can make some educated guesses. Considering the standard car can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 3.1 seconds, we can expect the eN1 to be lightning fast. And to make sure it handles like a dream on the track, Hyundai has thrown in some extra goodies. Think adjustable suspension with two-way dampers and a high-voltage shutoff, all aimed at giving you the best driving experience possible. Hyundai's decision to include the Ioniq 5N's eShift programming into the eN1 might raise some eyebrows among purists, but it's sure to spice up the action on the track. This system adds a bit of drama by briefly interrupting the torque delivery to the wheels, giving drivers a sensation similar to shifting gears in a traditional automatic transmission. It's a small touch, but one that could make a big difference in terms of spectator enjoyment. Speaking of enjoyment, racing fans are in for a treat with the launch of the eN1 series, set to debut at the NJ Speedium circuit at South Korea on April 27th. This new series promises high-octane excitement and plenty of thrills. Its open regulations set it apart, allowing teams to choose their preferred tire without being tied down to a single manufacturer. It means we'll see diverse strategies and tactics at play, making for some unpredictable and nail-biting races. So, are you impressed with the features of this new racing giant? Write us down in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel before signing off.